Hey there, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru, and welcome to this week's Get More Referrals Today podcast. Today I want to focus in on client referrals. No, it's not as simple as do a good job and ask them. As much as people want you to believe that that's what has to happen, just do a good job and ask them, they're incorrect. There is so much more behind the scenes to why a client refers. But in the end, when you do these things, it's so much easier to get client referrals also. So that's what I want to touch on. Hey, we don't run ads for this podcast. We don't want to get out there and spend a whole bunch of money promoting it. But if you get something of value from it, we'd love if you could just share this video to your networks, to your colleagues. Tell someone about it. That would be amazing. It allows us to be able to create a greater impact, share our reach, but most importantly, it allows us to be able to help service providers to be able to grow their business and to be able to reach their goals, their dreams, their ambitions also. So let's get into today's episode. All about client referrals. All about how do we get our clients to refer more. And don't get me wrong, there's not just one way that works. But a whole bunch of the concepts I want to get through right now actually need to be in place for any way to work. So let's dive into probably the biggest, most important single factor. Why do clients refer? Well, obviously there are a whole bunch of different drivers. Some people refer because of financial, not many. Some people refer because it makes them look good. Some people refer because it really helps that other person out. And therefore, if they can help someone out, part of our human nature, it makes us feel good. We've talked before around someone refers because of the social reward. Because in the end, the reward of them looking good to their colleague, friend, family is really important. And that's 100% spot on. We all have this element of social reward as part of why we refer. But I want to go further than that because no one can refer, no matter what, unless they feel good about the person who they're referring. And it's as simple as that. If I don't feel good about the person who I'm about to give the referral to, then in the end, I'm never going to. So I want to use this as a bit of an example. The gym I go to. Quite often when they send me something, it annoys me. Because the whole time they send things, it's purely focused on them. It's, we're doing this. It's all about us. It's us, 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 us. We made this decision because it best benefits us. Like whoever is there running the show just does not have any understanding on not shooting themselves in the foot. They constantly send things out which I look at and go, as soon as I get a different option, a better option, I'm gone. But they wouldn't have a clue that that's taking place or that they're probably shooting themselves in the foot. So the first thing is, if you want clients to refer, every experience that you create with that client has to evoke positive emotions. That's the starting point. Now, you wouldn't think that that's real hard, but for most people, they get it wrong. So every email you send should evoke positive emotions. Every phone conversation should evoke positive emotions. Every interaction should evoke positive emotions. And when you start actually thinking, how do I create positive emotions? Then all of a sudden you're going to start to be a little bit more remarkable in your business because you're going to do things where you go, yeah, that's okay. Versus, yeah, that's going to create a good feeling. The old saying, do a good job, and then you can ask for a referral. Nah, you can't. You're supposed to do a good job. That's what you get paid for. You can't ask for a referral until the person you are working with gets the result that they came to you for. So quite often, one of the big mistakes is people in their on-ramp process, in their start process, try to get a referral. So, well, I can't give you anything. I can nod and say, oh, yeah, I'll think about it, just because I don't want us to have an awkward relationship. But you've done nothing for me. What am I referring based on? So within your process of why we talk about having a magic 100 days, you need to make sure that you're constantly evoking positive emotions with your clients through their interactions and experiences that they have with you. You need to be having touch points and engagements. You need to make sure that you're obviously getting the result, part of the result, the first bit that you've already spoken about before you can even broach the subject of client referrals. But if you do what we call the Magic 100 correctly, you won't even need to ask for referrals. You just need to have a good process that your clients know about. So our clients are very aware on how they can introduce it to other people. We mention it as a whole. We don't need to go and say, hey, client A, do you happen to know anybody who's a service provider that would like to get more referrals? We'd love an introduction. We don't need to create those sorts of awkward conversations because they know what we're creating. They understand the why and they understand the process on how to be able to bring people into our world. But we wouldn't dare introduce that unless we were doing the other things right. So the first thing I want to ask you, how well do you evoke positive emotions through the interactions that you have? Day 0, someone first becomes your client. What happens? How are you evoking positive emotions? How could you evoke them better? And you can always do it better. Then a few days later, how are you evoking positive emotions? Then a few weeks later, how are you evoking positive emotions? Then a month later, how are you evoking positive emotions? And really, that's the question you should be asking yourself. How are you evoking positive emotions through the interactions that you have with your clients? So let's say now you've got that part under control. The second part is, how are you going to speed up the results that your clients get? Knowing that your clients can't refer until they have started to achieve and remove the pain point that they came to you for. So then when you ask yourself, how are we doing that? If a client is happy to be able to provide some sort of social proof, testimonial, recommendation, then that's sort of an easy way to know how you're traveling with that client and the results that you're getting them. Now, in your recommendation, if they don't mention anything about results, then maybe you're not getting the results that they're expecting or what they're hoping for. So when you think about it, positive emotions, number 1. 2, what's your timeline in starting to get results for your clients? So for us, we go through and there's certain results that we want to get in the first 30 days. We talk about it from the very first session. And then after the first 30 odd days, we come into the next phase. Then after the next phase, there's another phase. And we're always mapping out where we're going. So it's not about the end result. It's not about having to wait to the end result, because for us, a lot of our clients are with us for 3, 4, 5 years. It's about getting the first lot of results. And once you've got that, now your clients can go brag, that's the right word, go and brag about the results they've got to other people like them that want the same sort of results. I think it's really important when you're thinking around client referrals to think about, how do I do things that allow my clients to create stories about what just happened? To be able to go and share the story with their networks, with their colleagues, with their family, with their friends. Because we all love stories. We all tell stories. And if a story is worth resharing, then we're happy to share it over and over and over and over again. Now, the great thing is you can make those stories take place. And as I say to our guys, it's about, how do you just be a little bit more remarkable? Not just good, not just very good, but be a little bit more remarkable. What could you do with your current clients that now gives them something worth sharing to the people that they talk to, the people who are like them, the people who have the same sort of pain points that they have? So really getting client referrals, to me, comes down to a couple of things. How do you lead your clients better than what you currently are? How do you inspire your clients? And how do you give them a story to go and share with everybody else through the experiences they have with you? Because in essence, that's what client referrals are. So if you think paying your clients will get you client referrals, no, wrong. If you think having to reward them, no, not the reason. It's really simple when you look underneath the bonnet to why someone refers, the human nature in why someone refers. And now what our job is to go and put those things in place. How do we lead better? How do we evoke positive emotions? How do we inspire? How do we get results? And how do we create things in our business, the interactions with our clients, that is a good enough story for them to go and share with other people? In other words, how do we wow them? Hopefully that's been super helpful. Things to think about in terms of getting client referrals. No, it's not about doing a good job of asking. Yes, you need to ask, but you need so many other human elements in place that when you ask, it's a no-brainer for your clients to want to do things for you. They're honored to do things for you. And that's the way it should be set up. If you're not part of our $1 Million Referral Facebook group, look in the link wherever you are watching this, listening to this, in the show notes. Come and join us in our $1 Million Referral Network, our free Facebook group. Make sure you come check me out on Instagram. We've got great content going up there several times a day to be able to help you get more referrals, grow your business, and be able to live the sort of life that you want. Your business was created for you to be able to reach your goals, your dreams, your ambitions. Make sure you go and do it. Michael_referral guru is our Instagram handle. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Wherever you are listening to this podcast, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Most importantly, share this with people you know. If you got some value from it, the best thing you can do to be able to help us out is to be able to spread the podcast, leave a review, and spread the podcast to people that you know. Till next time, team, take care. Look forward to speaking to you real soon.